Hello dear students, welcome back to our English grammar class. Last video you have learnt about nouns, its divisions, its uses, etc. Here in this video I am going to help you pronouns. So what is a pronoun that you learnt in parts of speech class? Do you remember it? Pronouns are the words used instead of a noun. We can replace the noun with these pronouns. So here in this video, I am going to help you to understand more about these pronouns, the divisions, how we can divide these pronouns. We can divide pronouns, personal pronoun, reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun, relative pronoun, indefinite pronoun, distributive pronoun, interrogative pronoun. Okay, once again I'll tell what is pronoun. Pronoun is the word used instead of the noun. We can avoid repetition of nouns. So we will use these pronouns instead of the nouns. Okay. For example, Reena goes to school. She goes by bus. We can write that sentence, Reena goes to school, Reena goes by bus. Okay. So instead of repeating the word Reena, we can write Reena goes to school, she goes by bus. Clear, students? Okay, now let's go to this divisions of pronouns. First one, personal pronoun. Personal pronoun is the pronoun stand for persons. Clear? Here you can see three columns. In that, subjective pronouns are there, objective pronouns are there, and possessive pronouns are there. Okay, so these all are personal pronouns. Okay, I, we, you, he, she, they. They goes to subjective pronoun. Me, us, you, him, her, them. It will go to adjective pronoun. And possessive pronoun. This is also very important. Possessive pronouns are showing possession. For example, mine. That is one possessive pronoun. This house is mine. That means that house belongs to me. So, possessive pronouns are showing possession. Possessive pronoun mine, ours, yours, her, hers, their, theirs, etc. Dear students, always the students they are making one mistake in this personal pronoun, especially in possessive pronoun. Don't use apostrophe while you are writing possessive pronouns. For example, hers, theirs, their. Okay, don't write what? Apostrophe. And you can write THEIR there. Okay, there is no need to use any apostrophe. So this is personal pronoun. Next we can go to reflexive pronoun. It's a reflexive one only. How we can make reflexive pronoun? Reflexive pronoun we can make by adding self or selves with these personal pronouns or subjective pronouns. Okay, how this actually one subjective pronoun I plus self, how we can make myself. Here one table you can see, you plus self, yourself, he plus self, himself, she plus self, how it will come? Herself, correct. It plus self, itself, we plus self, ourself, you, yourselves, they, themselves. Okay, some examples. Look at these examples. I was in a hurry, so I washed the car myself. Here, the word myself is an example for reflexive pronoun. This washing of that car that I had done, okay, myself. You are going to have a drive yourself to school today. Nobody will help you. You should drive the car yourself. He wanted to impress her, so he baked a cake himself. Okay, nobody is there to help him. He wanted to impress her, so he had to make a cake himself. So this is reflexive pronoun. It's clear, students? Now let's go to the third pronoun. What is that? Emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronouns emphasizes. From the word itself we can understand it is emphasize or it is giving stress on nouns. how we can define it. An emphatic pronoun consists of a personal pronoun and self or selves. In reflexive pronoun also you have seen myself, herself. The same words we will use here in emphatic pronoun. But in function it is totally different, this reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun. It is used to emphasize a noun and usually precedes the noun it refers to. That means always this emphatic pronoun follows the noun or pronoun. So, examples for emphatic pronoun: myself, yourself, ourselves, etc. One table here you can see the examples. I myself solved this puzzle game. I myself. Okay. Here you have to notice one thing. This after I, we have used the emphatic pronoun. So I told you, after noun or pronoun, we will use this emphatic pronouns. Clear, students? It will be different from reflexive pronoun. Same words we are using, but emphatic pronoun we are giving stress or we are emphasizing the noun or pronoun. I myself solved this puzzle game. Here we are giving stress to which word can you say? Yes, the noun I. She herself proposed to him. Herself. He himself went to Pizza Hut. So here himself. This is the emphatic pronoun and it is follows this which one? He, and it is emphasizing the pronoun he. Clear? Okay. So next we will go to the relative pronoun. Relative pronoun, that word is very important. In some other grammar point parts also we have to use this word relative pronoun. So if anyone is asking, you should be ready to tell what is relative pronoun. Okay. So which are the words is coming under this title, relative pronoun. Relative pronouns is related to a noun that comes just before it. So in a sentence, many nouns will be there. And what is the function of this relative pronoun? It will relate to the noun that comes just before it. So here one more table. In that you can see many relative pronouns. Okay, which are the relative pronouns? Who, which, whose, whom, that, these. These are the examples for relative pronoun. And how we have to use this relative pronoun. Okay, that you already know. Anyway, once again we have to revise it. Who used for people. For example, the woman who called yesterday wants to buy the house. Here in this sentence, which one is the relative pronoun? Who. And this is follows this word woman. Okay. So there is a one relationship between actually the word, the relative pronoun who is telling about whom? The woman, that a noun. Clear, students? Okay. The woman who called yesterday wants to buy the house. Which commonly we are using to refer things or animals. Okay. While we are using who for people, which we will use for things and animals. Example, did you see the letter which came yesterday? Actually, the relative pronoun is which. It is telling about what? Can you say, students? Yes, it is telling about letter. Did you see the letter which came today? Yes. Like that, whose, whom, that, these. Also, we can use as relative pronouns. You can pause this video and read this table well. Then it will be little more clear for you. Okay, students. So, we have learned personal pronoun, reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun, relative pronoun. Can you say once again? Personal, it is telling about persons. Okay, easy only. Reflexive, we are adding what? Self or selves. Myself, okay, herself, himself, themselves, etc. Emphatic pronoun, the same words of reflexive only we are using here. What is the difference? It will follow noun or pronoun of that sentence, and it will stress that a noun or pronoun. And a relative pronoun, now only we saw it, and the words who, whose, whom, these, that, this, that, okay, that words also we are using as relative pronouns. Clear? Can we go to indefinitive pronoun? Yes. What is indefinite pronoun? Indefinite pronouns, from the word itself we can see. What is the meaning of indefinite? It is not definite. Clear? So, here indefinite pronouns showing unspecified objects or people. They will tell generally. They won't specify any person or thing. Indefinite. It is not definite. Examples for indefinite pronoun: somebody, somehow, somewhere. We don't know. Somewhere means where is the place, we don't know. Somebody means one person, we don't know who. Anything, no one, everybody. We are not specifying any particular person or anything. Everywhere, someone, anybody, etc. Okay. Here examples. It is hard to say somebody is good, but still nobody can replace. It is hard to say somebody is good. Somebody is an example for indefinite pronoun, and we don't know about whom it is telling. Okay. So we are not specifying any persons or anything here. Sometimes I just need someone to talk to. Sometimes she needs to find somewhere to live. No, don't know which place she has to live. So she needs to find somewhere to live. Okay, she has to find out that place. Still she did not find out where, and she don't know that. You can see the examples here and learn well. Okay, few more examples are here. Pause your video and read well and learn well. Okay students, can we go to the next one? Distributive pronouns. They denote a person or thing one at a time. They are always taken as singular and take singular verbs. So, indefinite pronoun, we are not specifying any person. But what is the difference between indefinite and distributive? Distributive pronoun, we are specifying any particular person or any one person, not any particular, any one person or any one thing at a time. Clear? They are always taken as singular form and takes a singular verb. It will be clear through the examples. And the words each, either, neither are classified as distributive pronouns. Okay, example. Each means, what is the meaning of each? Each means a number of persons or things considered individually. Okay, and example, each of the 5 marriages was successful. Each of the 5 marriages was successful. Here, each of the 5 marriages was, if it is telling, we are telling about one things. Okay, so see here the verb is was. So it is following singular verb. And what is the meaning of neither? Neither means not one. Okay, nothing. Not the other. Either means any of the two. Okay, clear? Yes. For example, either of these books is his. Neither of these cows gives milk. These examples also you have to read. Okay, so few more examples also here. That also you have to read, students. And indefinite pronoun and distributive pronoun. Okay, students, we are going to the last pronoun, that is interrogative pronoun. In the kinds of the sentences, types of the sentences, you already learned what is interrogative sentences. Can you say what is interrogative sentences? It is the sentences which are in the form of question. Okay. So here interrogative pronoun also easily you can tell what will be the interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronouns, they are in the form of questions. Examples: which, what, who, whom, whoever. Okay. So these are the words of interrogative pronoun. And little difference, what is the difference between which and what? Can you say? Always we are telling what is that, which is that. Can you say what is the difference? Which always we will use when we have a limited choice. Limited choice will be there, not a lot. Okay. But what? Asking for general information. Did you understand anything? No. I will tell one example. Okay. How it is. Just imagine you two friends are going to one restaurant and the supplier came. Okay. So you are asking, and he came with that menu card. You are asking your friend, what do you want? Okay. What do you want? That means in that menu card a lot of things are there. Okay. A lot of items are there. So from that anyone we can select. Okay, anything we can select. Clear? But the supplier he told here only one chicken biryani or one veg something. Okay, or chapati or something it is there. Only two dishes are there. In that time, how we will ask that question? Which do you want? Clear, students? So what we will ask for general information, which we will use for a limited choice. So keep it in your mind. What is the difference between which and what? If anyone is asking, you should be ready to tell the answer. Which we will go to a limited choice. What we will ask for general information. And like that we can use who, whom, whoever for interrogative pronoun. Who we will always asking for persons. Okay, person or name. And you can pause this video and see the examples from this chart. Okay, students. So in this video you have learned the divisions of pronouns. Personal pronoun, reflective pronoun, emphatic pronoun, relative pronoun, indefinite pronoun, distributive pronoun, interrogative pronoun. One small review we have made till 4th one, 5th, 6th, 7th one. Once again we will tell indefinite and distributive. Indefinite means it's a not definite. It's just not telling about a particular person. It will tell about generally. And we don't know that person or thing to whom we are talking about. Okay. And this distributive one, each, either and neither. Okay, these words we are using for distributive pronoun, and it will follow one singular verb and. Okay, so in that sentence singular verb will be there. The last one is interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronouns are question words. Who, what, whom, whose, when. Okay, these type of words will be the interrogative pronoun. Okay, students. So I hope you have understood about this pronouns, and once again read the notes what I am sending in the PDF and learn well, revise well, and worksheet you have to do. Okay, students. Thank you.